right, everyone. Welcome to Chart Attack. This is Vishal from EQUITY.GURU, and we're going to take a look at the plant-based sector here. We actually have a nice variety of companies. 3 companies today. The first one here is Else Nutrition. The ticker is BABY. And I think this is one that a lot of traders and investors know about because it had a huge move last year. And it is plant-based baby food, toddler food. Big news is that they have been uplisted now to the TSX, and also they are selling their product at Walmart.com. So big news there, and you'll see how the chart looks like, because this is one that I personally like, just my style of reversal trend trading. The other company here, new ones, Plantable, and this is one that has just recently IPO'd this year, actually, mid-January, and this is more of a lifestyle company. And I think a good sort of comparison is it's like a combination of Noon and also some sort of food delivery type app. So what they basically do, as you can see here, reboot your health and habits in 28 days. You get your packaged plant-based meals delivered to your door. You get your personalized coaching and also an ongoing support with daily inspiration, education. Basically, your coach gets to know you, your habits, and can help transform your body health and habits in 28 days with a combination of plant-based nutrition and behavioral psychology. And then finally here we have Cult Food Science, which, it's almost like an angel investor type sort of thing. It's, they call themselves an innovative platform, advancing the future of food, and they deal with cultivated meat, cultivated dairy, and cell-based food. And if I can show you guys, actually, some of the key investments that they have made, here is Fiction, and they also have cultured proteins, cultured meat, honey as well, seafood, cultured dairy. So one of these things, I think it's an interesting company here, even with animal-free collagen, which is getting big attention nowadays in the health industry. But this is one I think is worth keeping an eye out on because of the large portfolio here. And if I remember correctly, even Bill Gates is really big on cultured food. So instead of plant-based food, this is meat that's lab-grown essentially, and it's technically meat, right? Rather than tofu or soy in the product. So these are the 3 companies today, and let's take a look first at Plantable Health, the chart of Plantable Health, PLBL. And as I said, initially began trading this year on January 12th. And as usual with IPOs, basically a lot of these early investors who got in want to, I guess, take their profits, and they've done so, and the stock did fall. However, here on the 28th of January, a huge green candle here, 22% move, 22.50% move, because there's actually a 22% move today as well. But this 22% move is an engulfing candle. And I find this quite interesting because engulfing candles, especially in a downtrend, are obviously a very bullish reversal pattern sign here. So that sort of gets my interest. However, with IPO stocks, this is just me personally, folks. I tend to wait for nice support and resistance levels to develop. And also, I think it might be prudent to wait for a couple of earnings, or at least one earnings report from this company, just to see how things go. But if you're a believer in the company for the long term, you might want to consider getting in early here at these prices. And as I said, a big 22% move here today. But as I said, for technical chartists here, you're just working now with recent lows here at 18 cents and recent highs here at 44. And I would personally like to see more support and resistance levels develop. The same could actually be said here with Cult Food. So we're actually only going to be focusing on January 17th till today, because that is actually the price, that is when the stock actually IPO'd. And you can see here, I'm just going to draw our nice little range here. And essentially, it's very simple, 27.5 cents to the upside. And I think you have, 21 cents here to the downside. You get a candle body close on either direction. And that will tell you if we fall down maybe back to 10 or 11 cents here, or if we continue to make new record highs for Cult Food Science. So again, 2 very, early IPO stocks that just debuted trading this year. keep your eyes out on them. You have a nice range, so you have your nice support and resistance here. So this is something you might consider trading actually on that breakout or breakdown if you want to short, I guess. But again, I think maybe just be prudent and wait for some of the earnings to come out just to get a sense of what the market's thinking and where the stock is going. And I think that's an interesting one. The one that I actually really like, just because it meets a lot of my trading style criteria, is Baby, which is Else Nutrition Holdings. And as I mentioned, big move when this stock started off trading back in I have price action here going back to 2018. But basically 2020 was the big year where the stock hit highs of just above $5 there. And then from there, we began to decline. And you can see here, I have a whole bunch of trend lines here that I've drawn out because I've illustrated this in our recent investor roundtable. So if you're curious about that, go check that out. But essentially, all I was doing was drawing these trend lines, just indicating these nice channels the stock was basically holding until we got that breakout. And then we had a bit of an upwards channel here until we broke down. And I'll just clean this up because I don't want to block this channel, which I think is quite important, that we've been holding since August of 2021. And finally, this period right here. I really love this because I love to see charts that are in a downward trend, charts that are then beginning to range. And then essentially after that, I expect a new uptrend to begin with new higher lows and higher highs, just as we had here in the downtrend, although we had lower highs and lower lows. And I expect to see the same here with Baby. So I really like this breakout that we had actually on the 27th of January. I think that's a trigger. And as long as the stock here now holds above these highs here at about $1.20, let's call it. But I would say, nestle your stop loss perhaps below the breakout candle here. We have a chance to make higher lows and higher highs and continue this new uptrend because the trend line and the channel has broken, the range has broken. So it is technically bullish, right? We've broken two major patterns here. And now it's all about that retest. Usually when stocks break out, they will pull back to retest, and it gives a second chance for buyers to enter. And we hope that there is a wall of buyers there that can enter and take us into a new higher low. That would be looking at the first swing, taking us up to around $2, and then from there creating more higher lows and higher highs. And as I said, the stock has been uplisted to the Toronto Stock Exchange and recently announced products are being sold on Walmart.com. So there's some fundamentals and technicals that are aligned together. And I think, being a technical guy, this just looks the best out of the bunch and excites me, especially if you guys sort of see the charts I regularly trade. But that's it for me, folks. I really want to hear what you guys have to think about the plant-based food stocks and what do you guys think about Baby Else Nutrition here. I mean, is that a type of chart that you'd be buying, or do you think we fail this breakout perhaps based on overall stock market conditions? I really want to hear your thoughts, so let us know in the comments below. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and follow us on all our social media links provided in the description box. And I'll catch you all in the next Chart Attack video.